it's almost like because he's been so open about it and he's so different in the way that he talks about name, image, and likeness than almost every other coach in America, he's the guy that everybody goes to and everybody wants to hear what he says about it. And yesterday, once again, Lane Kiffin was asked about name, image, and likeness and how it's changing the sport.
Yeah, obviously said a lot about NIL from the beginning of it. Let's make sure that we understand. I love that the players are getting paid, and I just say how it is. So, I guess I got called a clown before for saying how it is. NIL has a lot to do with where players go. And to not think that's crazy. And it'd literally be like being a head coach in the NFL, signing a great free agency class, of signing guys, going out and getting these great players and coming up here and saying to you guys, the contract had nothing to do with why the players came here, and they just want to come play for me. So, obviously, it has a lot to do with where players go, and it should. You're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids, Adults choose jobs a lot of times for money, for salaries. So why would a kid not?
Give me one thing. Just one. Not two, not three, not five. Give me one thing that Lane Kiffin said that didn't feel like it was 100% true, complete common sense, what all of us think, and makes you roll your eyes even more about the clown comment from Jimbo Fisher. Just one.
The last thing he said is the best thing. What a great analogy. He's right. All of us pick jobs based on money. Why would a college kid not do the same? That's as much as I don't want to like that guy. He's just right. He's just right.
That's what makes when I heard this yesterday, my first takeaway was this just further shines a light on how ridiculous Jimbo's incoherent rambling was and Ross Bjork's subsequent support of that rambling was. Because, yet again, you defended something you did not have to defend, and I saw some people with national platforms, it's hard to talk about NIL as a coach. That was summed up pretty nicely in a minute, wasn't it? It took 60 seconds for Lane Kiffin to be like, yeah, kids are getting paid. That's why they're picking to go to school. I do the same myself. So do you. Not that hard.
And I got called a clown for it, but
that's how it is. It's crazy how accustomed these people are to lying that just somebody just telling the truth, just being honest for 1 minute is so unique.
And Borky, how succinct he I got called a clown for it, but it's true. Players are going where they're getting paid. Newsflash, right?
Yeah.
Newsflash.
And the thing is, if you'd said, if Jimbo was like, Lane's got guys on his roster that went there because they got NIL deals. Yeah. Yes, they did. Absolutely. And the collective is announcing their names every day. Of course that happened. It's what happens. Ole Miss's budget just is significantly smaller than that of Texas A&M's.
Brian Haydad,
it's real.
You grew up in Vicksburg, lifelong Mississippi State fan.
Absolutely.
Radio station in Little Rock listens to Sports Talk Mississippi, and they say, we like him. We like him on the radio. We like his personality. We like his presentation. We want to hire him. And they call you up and they say, hey, Dad, we know you're a Mississippi guy for your entire life. And we understand that you're probably happy. And if you take a job with us, you're not going to be talking Mississippi State anymore. Occasionally, but the Arkansas Razorbacks are going to be the primary driver of conversation. Mm-hmm. And by the way, we're going to pay you 4 times what you're making right now. Are you taking the job?
We'll be simmered.
I think he actually just took his headset. That was a hypothetical.
It was a hypothetical? Then I'm very happy here at SuperTalk. Yes, I'm out the door. 4 times? Come on, yes. And
Borky, you get a
anybody who says different is a liar.
Yes.
I didn't even propose the scenario, and Michael Borky said yes.
Yes. Yes.
No, I was going to say, you get a call from ESPN Chicago. And I know. Look, I mean, what your goal? This is not a secret. Your goal,
Michael Borky here. I'm talking about the Bulls.
Is to host a radio show, right? I mean, you co-host here, do a ton of stuff behind the scenes, preparation, produce, all of that good stuff. Let's say you get a call from ESPN 1000 in Chicago, and they don't offer you a hosting job, but they offer you a job doing what you're doing now, and they say, we're going to pay you 2.5 times what you're making right now.
Yes.
And we'll wish you good luck.
And if ESPN calls Richard Cross and says, how would you like to be one of our lead college football announcers? And you're going to be working every week during college football season. You'll have games on ESPN, ESPN2, college basketball. We're going to have it. It's the Borky and Haydad show on Monday morning. And there's just no doubt about it.
I can't do both.
No, they're going to be like, no, you're going to be, because you'll have games where you're doing MACtion on a Tuesday and ACC football on a Thursday.
Then when basketball season comes around, you'll be
all over the place.
Okay.
You got Super Tuesday. You're the man now.
Surely we can negotiate something where I can be around some of the time. You guys.
Okay, I guess I'm not. I guess I got to say the quiet part out loud. We don't want you, Richard. You're out.
I mean, a dear friend of mine took a new job recently that he likes less, but they paid him 20% more.
Pay you more.
He knew he wouldn't like the job.
Gas is $4 a gallon, man. I gotta get that. I gotta get that bread.
It's still just crazy to me that only. I mean, I haven't heard another coach talk like this. That only Lane Kiffin is willing to be like, "Hey guys, yeah, the kids are getting paid. They're choosing where they go because of money."
And good for them, he says. Also, he's like, "I'm glad they're getting paid."
Like we had a guy text and said he cries about other schools paying players. He's hurt because he can't do it. No, they can do it. Not as much as Texas A&M, but they're doing it. More than a lot of people. I've said this before. It's true. Ole Miss is in better shape in NIL than a lot of people think that they are. Are they Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia? I mean, maybe even Kentucky? No. But are they better than a lot of programs that you would be surprised they're better than in terms of that space? Yeah.
CC in Senatobia, C-Spire text line. Jimbo has had highly paid players for years. He's just mad that NIL is taking some of his potential players away.
But that's crazy because they just signed the best recruiting class ever. That's what makes that rambling so nonsensical. Because you didn't have to. It's a recruiting pitch everywhere except for apparently College Station. And in 1 minute, it was summed up perfectly because he was the only guy willing to just tell the truth with his platform and his position. All right,
so this texter thinks that Lane Kiffin is complaining. He says if Kiffin had the money that other coaches have, he would say the same thing. You wouldn't hear a word from him if he was coaching at Alabama. I don't know what you took from what he said today.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that.
Good for the players. And of course he would take advantage of it if he was at A&M or Alabama.
And Kiffin would be out there saying, we have the best NIL program in the country, and you need to come play for Ole Miss. He would be flaunting it.
Yeah.